Southern Africa, and especially Botswana, are known for their huge populations of elephants. In one of the camps that we stayed at in Botswana, they used raised platform walkways to get us safely from the main part of the lodge to our tents. And here in our tent, on occasion, we had full-screen live TV just outside the window of elephants feeding on the shrubbery around the tent. But the best part was sitting in the vehicles and using the vehicle as a blind, watching elephants emerge from the forest and drink. Here, a young female leopard appeared as we were quietly driving through the bush. And we spent some time watching this incredibly beautiful cat. Now, cats and elephants don't get along. That poor leopard. She didn't know what to make of all this. But the most profound experience we had was at this pillbox blind. It's a cement bunker built down into the ground right next to an artificial water hole. We loaded in our food for the day. We were going to spend the next 5 hours or so sitting at elephant kneecap level watching the parade of wildlife. And of all the times I've been to Africa, I've never been in a situation quite like this, where we could actually sit safely just a meter or so distant from the edge of the water and watch elephants and other animals come in. There's some warthogs. Look at the high tide line on his bum. But what a profound experience to look up at these magnificent creatures looking down at us, as they did what elephants do during the heat of the day, during the driest of the year. Coming to the water hole to socialize, to be with each other, and to drink. The sound of elephants coming and going, the sound of water splashing, the sound of water dripping, the sound of elephants slurping up the water. It was just such a unique experience. We sat silently in the blind, just watching this show open up, and it gave us a chance to really study these elephants, to look at their ivory, the different shapes of ivory. Some of the tusks were broken, others were worn. To look at the trunks and the tails, and especially the wrinkled skin. To watch these trunks go down and drink liters of water as they would wander around in their bath and drinking hole. This elephant was sucking on its trunk. Other elephants were resting their heavy trunks on their tusks as they stood in the cool water during the heat of the day. I got a chance to look into the hazel brown eyes of the elephant and look at those long eyelashes and their feet, which expand like pizzas when they step on the ground. And between those big feet, helmeted guinea fowl running around nervously. Can you imagine how big the elephant must feel to these small birds? And then there's the obvious fifth leg of the male elephant, 120 pounds, and when it would let go with moisture, it sounded like a fire hose hitting the water. And elephants like to make a good mud bath to spray on their body, so they kick the water and get as much sediment in the water as possible. And when the water's then sprayed on their body, that mud slows down the evaporation process, and the wrinkled skin allows them to cool down in that incredible heat. I set up my camera and I did a time lapse just to get an idea. Usually there was around 25 or so elephants, but we think probably 100 or more came and went during the day. And then finally, somebody yelled, "It's time to get out of the pool."